What up, folks? Once again, it's your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Just something that I was thinking about. Want to have a heart to heart with you guys about because this is something that any of us could fall victim to. Now, for you guys who may have been following the news, you may be aware that 4 college individuals lost their lives, were murdered in the city of Moscow, Idaho. And the reason I'm bringing it to you is because right before the killings, the last person that 2 of the victims were with was an Uber driver. Clearly, you know what's going to happen when some shit like this takes place. They're going to go and interview the hell out of that Uber driver. So this is a real big negative of being in this business, is that either people are using your shit to commit crimes, or you may be dealing with somebody who may soon be a victim of a crime, and now all of a sudden the police are coming to your house. Now, clearly in this case, the police would have come to this gentleman first that took them home, and he was the last to see them alive. When police knock on your door and tell you the last folks in your car are now deceased, and shit, I mean, look at the picture. I mean, damn, if I get a call from that, it's like I don't went on an MTV set and wiped out the entire cast of Teen Mom 2. I would have fainted just like their parents did probably when they were told what happened. I mean, shit, 4 people and you coming to me about this? So I can only imagine what this driver must have went through. I mean, even though I ain't committed a crime at all, my ass would have been on the run. Until they settle this shit, I'm out of here. I'm not hanging around Idaho when folks that look like this have lost their lives and they were last seen with me. You gotta understand, the media, probably the mayor, certainly the folks in the town, the college, everybody's pressuring them to solve this crime. How many times you think that Uber driver got interviewed and asked questions? Okay, you said you dropped them off at 7 o'clock. You tell them, yeah, okay, they go home. Next day they come on. You sure you dropped them off at 7:30? Just to see if they can catch you up on some shit. I cannot imagine how this Uber driver would have felt knowing that you just was the last person to be seen in Idaho's biggest murder mystery, probably in his lifetime. I mean, 4 folks murdered at the same time, and they were in my car, like as if I pulled over and started shanking everybody in the car. God, I cannot even imagine how this guy felt. I really can't. Like I said before, I haven't done any damn thing wrong, but yet I'm on the run. Until y'all solve this shit, I'm about to park my car out in the forest and live in it. I'm eating chips and Snicker bars until this is over with. I'm not being seen anywhere. So I really feel sorry for the guy, but the reason I'm asking this is, have you ever had anything, obviously not to this level, but have you ever had anything like this happen while you were out engaged in ride sharing, whereas a passenger may be involved in some shit, like you felt they were dealing drugs out of your car or something? Certainly, God forbid, something that led the police to come to your crib and ask you questions the next day. Hopefully you haven't had anything like that happen, but how did you respond? You pick up somebody and they want to make the 2-stop trip. They pull up somewhere and somebody hands them a bag or something, let down your passenger window, and somebody hands them a bag or some shit, and they're like, okay, we can keep going. I had people get in my car and not even know the address they were going. I had one girl get in my vehicle. She was damn near in a negligee or some nightwear. And I took her to the address that was on the app that they had programmed in. And she didn't want to get out of the car. I'm like, okay, here. She's looking all around. So clearly the address she put in the app was not the address she was trying to go to. Someone walking down the street walked up to my damn vehicle. Like I tell you all the time, carry some shit. I don't care if it's mace, up to and including a firearm, but have something. This was a night to actually have that in my hand. Stranger walked up to the car and literally handed her something through the window. Stranger walked off. She said, okay, we can go back to where I came from. So the address she put on there had nothing to do with what she was engaging in. No bearing on where she was going. No desire to go to that address at all. She was coming to meet someone, to pick up something and go back. My opinion, it was probably some product I mean, she tipped me well, tipped me in cash because I told her. I looked back at her and I told her, you don't realize how shady this shit looks, right? You do realize how shady this looks. She handed me some money. I shut the hell up. We got her back where she was going. Have you had anything like that happen in your vehicle? If so, how did you respond? And I run these type of videos by you folks because new drivers that want to get into this game understand that this is not all roses and rainbows like Uber and Lyft often portray. This is the kind of shit that actually happens. You're dealing with strangers, folks. You have no control over who's being put in your car. And as bad as Uber and Lyft are, if you start trying to be more selective in who gets in your vehicle, they threaten to fire you. They don't want you to have the ability to try to make better choices. They just want you to go out and make the money. But what have you had anything in your vehicle? Not necessarily that may have turned out to be a murder mystery, but something you really felt after it was over with. Like, that was shady as hell. I don't trust that person. I won't come back to this address again, or something of that nature. I'd love to see your story in the comment. As always, it's your boy Tim. Subscribe to the damn channel. You know what I always say. Certainly in the comment section, I appreciate the participation, as I often say. And I'll see you in the next video.